The night my parents packed my things into trash bags, my mother told me I'd murdered my brother's future. She didn't know I'd already sent the recording to 3 people. Everyone in our house treated me like the family defect. My older brother Damien was the golden one, captain of the wrestling team, homecoming king, the kid teachers wrote about in college recommendations. I was the quiet one who caused problems. That's the label they gave me the first time I said something out loud that the family had all agreed to pretend they hadn't seen, because for years, they saw plenty. When Damien shattered my hand in a doorway by accident, I got told to stop being dramatic. When his girlfriend Renee started flinching every time he raised his voice at Sunday dinner, my mother called it young love. It's intense. Damien could do no wrong, and I learned to keep my head down, because every time I didn't, I was the one who ruined the peace. Then 2 weeks ago, I came home early with a fever, and heard it through the wall of his room. Renee was crying, not the ordinary kind, the terrified kind, and begging him to let go of her. I pushed the door open and saw my brother with his forearm pressed across her throat, holding her against the closet door while she clawed at his arm. I didn't think. I lifted my phone, recorded maybe 40 seconds, and backed out before he saw me. Then I locked myself in the bathroom and called the police. They arrested him that night. My parents bailed him out before breakfast. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of drawers being emptied. My mother was stuffing my clothes into garbage bags in the hallway, her face wet and furious. "You've destroyed this family," she said. "Do you understand what you've done to him, to all of us?" My father stood behind her, arms crossed, and said I had 1 hour to be gone, that I wasn't his son anymore. I tried to reason with him. I said Renee had bruises, that this wasn't the first time. My mother laughed, this ugly, broken laugh, and said the girl was a liar who wanted attention, and that I'd helped her ruin a good man's life. So I ended up on the curb at 17, 3 trash bags at my feet, no idea where to go. That's when my phone buzzed. It was a number I didn't know. Renee's older sister, Kara. She'd heard about the police report and wanted to know what I'd actually seen. I was crying too hard to get the words out. She must have understood exactly what had happened because she just said, "Send me your location. Don't move." 20 minutes later, she pulled up in a dented gray hatchback. We drove in silence to her apartment. The second the door closed behind us, Kara sank onto the couch and started to cry, apologizing over and over. To me, to Renee, to herself. She never told me how bad it got, she kept saying. I should have made her tell me. I stood there holding my garbage bags, not knowing what to do with my hands, watching a grown woman come apart over a sister she couldn't protect. Then her phone rang, and she put it on speaker. It was Renee, her voice trembling. "He won't stop texting me. He says if I don't drop the charges, he's going to send everyone the pictures, the private ones." Kara's face went bloodless. "He says he knows I'm probably with you," Renee whispered. "He knows where you live." My stomach turned to ice. Kara looked at me, then back at the phone, and made herself steady. "Renee, listen. He doesn't get to do this. There's a recording." Silence. Then, small. "A recording of what?" "Of him," I said. My voice cracked on the first word. "Of him choking you. Of you asking him to stop. The whole thing. I have all of it." Kara stood up and started pacing the tiny room. "Our lawyer kept saying the case needed someone from the inside. Someone who could show the family knew and buried it." She stopped and looked at me. "How much do you actually know? About your brother? About what your parents covered up?" I thought about all of it. The girl who left our house crying 2 summers ago. The private settlement my mother wrote a check for and told no one about. The lawyer's number saved in my dad's phone under a fake name. The way everyone always looked away. "I know everything," I said. Kara opened her laptop and slid it toward me. Renee was still on the line, breathing, waiting. "Then start at the beginning," Kara said quietly. "We're going to make sure not one of them can hide behind him again." For the first time in 17 years, I didn't feel like the problem. I felt like the answer.